It's Monday, it's 7:30. That means one thing. It's time for Mondays with Martin. Martin's Journey. Find out how I have been getting on this week and what I've been up to. Every week bringing you a fantastic topic, fun and facts, or just motivation and helpful advice. And remember, you can start your own weight loss journey with One-to-One Team Thomas. All you gotta do is get in touch. And let's not forget our tasty segment of the show. Two fantastic, tasty recipes, classics and new inventions made low calorie just for you by me, Chef Martin. So get yourselves nice and comfortable on your sofa, pen and paper ready to write down these recipes, all those hints and tips, because it is now time for Mondays with Martin. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on? Welcome to episode 41 of Mondays with Martin. It is the 9th of October, and I have just realised I've had my van for 6 years today. A nice early birthday present from Vanessa all them years ago. Completely irrelevant to the diet, other than the fact that it has our diet plastered all over the side of it. How are we all doing? Let's just check in on the chat situation right now. Jackie coming in with a hashtag live, along with Charmaine with a hashtag live as well. Hi all. Hello, Jackie. Hello, Charmaine. Hi, Rachel. Rachel says, hey, don't forget, if you are watching live, whether you are here on the blue side or on the red side, don't forget to type hashtag live into the chat. No, it's not a Christmas decoration. They are pumpkins. That is my Halloween wreath. That is my Halloween wreath that is on there. I was going to try and go Halloween-y on here as well, but when I'll show you guys what I've done, but when I put it all in, it was it didn't quite look right, so bear with and I'll show you what I'd done. There we go. So that's what I had done. Halloweeny trick or treat. Look at that, because it's October. It's a Halloween one, absolutely. I'm not going to put no Christmas decorations. Christmas decorations go up the weekend before and they come down the weekend afterwards. In the ideal world, actually, to be fair, they go up when Lillian decides that she wants them to go up, and they come down when I'm like, oh, we better come down before it's too late. Unlike some people that I know that have their decorations up all year round. That's my boy. See, I learned well from you, Mum. I did learn a few things from you. How are we all doing tonight? How has our week been since we were here last Monday? Well, I have got a few new things that will be active in the chat. It should be, and you can give it a go now. So if you type into the chat !recipes, that should give you a link into our recipe group. Make sure that they are all working. So they are all turned on. Yeah. They're all turned on. There we go. Look at that. So that gives you the link there. So the recipes, if you type exclamation Linktree, that should give you the link to our Linktree where you can get all our socials, our order forms, and a lot of useful information from there. It was actually supposed to come up with a thing telling you all this, but it hasn't done. So there we go. There is the link. That is to our Linktree just there. You can also type exclamation taster into the chat. And that will give you a link to our taster pack. So if you are new and you're wanting to try the one-to-one diet, you haven't done it before, there you go. That's the recipe one again. For some reason, there we go. There's the taster. So exclamation taster, and that is the link where you can order yourself a taster pack if you are not currently a client of ours, and that will give you the taster pack for £10. If you decide it is for you and you decide to sign up with us, we will give you £10 off your first order. Again, this is for new clients only. And finally, the other one that I've got for you is if you type in exclamation start today, that will give you a link to our inquiry form where you can get in touch with Vanessa or myself and you can start your journey with us. It is all available right here now on. Yep. So the taster pack's $9.99 including postage, and that will give that. Then if you decide after your taster pack to sign up with us, that will give you that we will then give you £10 off your first order with us. There we go. Thank you very much, Vanessa. So exclamation start today, and that will get you to our inquiry form. So there we go. So that's new. These are all new commands that you can use throughout when you are on any one of my lives. My brain went foggy then. On any one of the lives, so you can use all these chat links. There will be more added at some point. Just try and remember them all. Start today. So yeah, so if you are new, if you are this is the first time that you've been watching and you decide that you would like to start with us and you would like to start your journey, just type in exclamation start today, and that will give you a link to our inquiry form where you will be able to get in touch with us. Right. So, as always, we start with my journey, Martin's journey. I've lost 1.5 pounds this week, so we're back on the losing. We're off of that, the maintaining that I've done over the last 2 weeks. So we got 1.5 pounds off this week. Still been taking the dogs for 2 walks a day. Doing a lot of activate brain. Yeah, right. Doing a lot of training with our little puppy, which is going wow. I did a little video live last week, I think it was, while I was walking her. But yeah, so just in time for your birthday, I know. And that was with little mini birthday celebration yesterday with a few of our friends that we haven't seen for a while. So obviously the argument there is I probably could have lost more weight had we had not had this little birthday celebration, but it's my birthday. And I've got to celebrate it with people that I care about when I can, you know. Vanessa, on the other hand, has come in with a brilliant 4 pound weight loss this week. Absolutely fantastic. She's back on the plan. She's stuck to it. She's done so well. And as always, so proud of her. So yeah, got birthday celebrations this week for me. I challenge you to not gain on your birthday. I would like to think that I wouldn't, but I do also know that what is planned for my my actual birthday, which is on Thursday. I know what is planned, so I actually have I have a gig on my birthday, and I'm really good friends with them, and they are planning something. So my good friend Sam is going to be up for my birthday. He is coming with me. But yeah, I know they're planning something. I don't know what exactly, but I'm still going. I'm going to be happy to maintain this week. I'm not going to lie, because as always, when it comes around, and I was going to do this in my topic, so yeah, I was going to do this as my topic. So we're going to facts, fun, and advice, all here with your topic of the week. Facts, fun, and advice. So my advice, with it being my birthday this week on Thursday, and with everyone having busy lives, it ends up being celebrated throughout the week with various different people. And Mummy, yes, Mummy's coming up as well. Not on my birthday, you're coming up from birthday weekend. So this goes through. So yesterday we had plans with some very good, get straight back on it on Friday. Now, this is the thing. This is what I'm getting into, and this is why my topic's here. So yesterday was a bit of a spur of the moment thing with friends, but once I knew they were coming, I changed my plans around my eating habits to coincide and make room for the celebrations. So damage limitation then. So I kept my calorie intake down while still being able to celebrate. On Thursday, again, my friend Sam's coming up, and the venue that I'm performing at has got something planned. So again, leading up to Thursday, it's damage limitation. So I will be sticking to a low plan. I've stuck to a low plan today. I'll be on the low plan tomorrow, Wednesday. Thursday, I will then be on major damage limitation. So I will alter what I do on that day to coincide and keep my calorie intake down for that day. But with it being a gig as well, I'm going to be super active on that day, bouncing around the stage, dancing with people. So the calorie burn is going to be higher as well. So that would hopefully keep me in a deficit. Friday, currently, I do not have anything planned for Friday. I do believe that Mum is coming up on Friday. So Friday is nothing strictly planned. So that is a day where I can stick to a lower plan, keep the calorie intake down. Saturday, we have a local gig with the band, and it's an afternoon gig, and Saturday is more going to be my celebration day. So I've got things planned out for Saturday. So again, I'm changing up my plan to suit what I'm changing up my diet plan to suit what I'm doing on Saturday. Again, it's that damage limitation buffer. So whilst I will be increasing my calorie intake on that day, I'm not going to be going stupid and having, like high fat content stuff. It's still about being aware of what I am intaking, but also at the same time, work it. It's one day. You don't have to write off the whole week. So I'm going to be happy with a maintain. I'm aiming for a maintain on Monday. But if I get a loss, that's going to be an absolute bonus. I'm not planning on gaining. I can tell you that now, and I should be able to do that. And then Sunday, we have got our soul band practice on Sunday. So, but there's not going to be anything around that. Cake-wise, I won't be having one this year, I don't think. It's normally me that makes my cakes because I'm sort of like, just awesome when it comes to it. I do the best cakes, I'm not going to lie. So, but I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be having cake. I did have a friend say that, I'm going to bring you a cake. I was like, no, thank you. But yeah, so it's all about damage limitation. And this is also stuff that we as your consultant can do, is when you've got these events coming up, it doesn't even have to be your birthday. If you've got an event coming up that is a friend's party that you're going to and you're a bit concerned, if you're going out for a meal, then and you're a bit concerned, this is what we can do. Fire us over that meal. Let us make a plan for the week for you for, here's that word again, damage limitation. And then that way, whilst we can still slightly increase your calorie intake if needs be, but at the same time keeping you there, so there is still no need to be looking at a gain. You will still be able to lose. It might not be a loss that you are used to, but you're still able to lose. The other thing as well is one of our clients has put sent us a message today saying about, and she's called it thinspiration, and her exact words were, whilst I may not be losing the pounds, I most definitely am losing the inches. She bought herself a dress that was a little bit too small for her, but she has managed to get into it today. So she has dropped a dress size. So this is the other thing that you need to remember when you are healthy eating, when you are leading a healthy eating plan, is it isn't always about the number on the scales. remember, it can be inches that you are losing as opposed to pounds. Just because you are losing fat doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to lose weight if you are active. And if you lead an active lifestyle and you're quite physical in that, you could be gaining muscle mass as well as losing fat. So your weight isn't always necessarily going to change. So never be disheartened by the number on the scales, because always, if you see that number on the scales and you think, well, I was expecting more than that, grab your tape measure out, take them measurements of your inches, because you will probably find that you are losing inches. This is one thing that I know that Vanessa went through. She was not losing as much as she wanted to on the scales, but her inches were dropping off. And then all of a sudden it went the other way. Her pounds was coming down and her inches, the physical loss had started to slow down, if that makes sense. Same with me, really. I tend to lose inches over pounds. The other thing as well to try and do is stay away from fizzy and carbonated drinks, even if, like, some of the drinks that I drink are 0 sugar, 0 calorie, but they're carbonated. And gas can lead to bloating, which can also lead to making you look bigger than you actually are. But yeah, that's about it for the topic. It was just because it's my birthday coming up. It's like, you don't have to jeopardize your weight loss journey and your healthy eating plan for your birthday, for special occasions. You can literally just adjust and make a little adjustments to your healthy eating plan so that you are still in a calorie deficit and you can still enjoy yourself. Losing weight doesn't have to be miserable, and losing weight doesn't have to be about going without. You can absolutely join in, just in moderation, and know what you're doing and create a plan around it so that it works for you and that it keeps, and I heard this phrase again, it's damage limitation. All right. And now time for some gorgeous and tasty recipes of the week. So the first recipe I've got for you is an absolutely amazing recipe. It is my gorgeous double chocolate. No, I'm joking. I was going to say double chocolate fudge cake. This is a play on a classic. I lost £half a pound the week after my birthday. Nice. Well done. See, doesn't have to be. It's just about learning where your limits are. And okay, so I got this. So if I increase my calorie intake by 200-300 calories, where can I drop it off elsewhere? Or you've just got to be happy with whatever result you're going to get and move on from it. So the first recipe that I have for you guys is a really nice one, which I have forgotten what it is. Bear with me. So this is a low step. Yeah, this is our low step. This is for steps 3. I love that. Instead of having a fat day, I can say I'm just feeling carbonated. Yeah, pretty much. So this recipe that I got for you, this first one, this is for steps 3 and above. Absolutely delicious. And surprise, surprise, yet another Italian-inspired recipe. Alrighty then, guys, here is my absolutely fantastic Italian-style dish for steps 3 and above at just 448 calories per person. This is my bacon and chicken linguine amatriciana, serving 3 people, just 30 to 35 minutes from prep to plate. Let's get into it. Alrighty then, guys, for this delicious recipe, you are going to need 1 clove of garlic, 1 medium onion, 90 grams of bacon lardons, 260 grams of diced chicken, 25 grams of tomato puree, 180 grams of linguine, 390 grams of finely chopped tomatoes, 1 teaspoon of our golden veg water flavouring, 15 grams or 1 tablespoon of Worcester sauce, 40 grams of baby spinach, and 40 grams of Italian-style hard cheese, along with an extra 75 milliliters of water. So firstly, get yourselves a large saucepan of water and bring that to the boil with half a teaspoon of salt. While that's coming to the boil, we are going to prepare our onion and our garlic. So grab your onion cut it in half and peel it, and then we are going to finely dice. Next, get your clove of garlic, and with the side of your knife or the back of your knife, give it a good smack to crack it, peel it out nicely, and then we're going to finely chop this. Add a pinch of salt, and then with your knife blade at a 45-degree angle, we're going to chop and slide at the same time to puree the garlic. Now then, grab yourselves a large frying pan or a wok and bring this up to the heat over a medium-high heat. Once it's hot, add some low-calorie spray to the pan, and then we're going to pop in our bacon lardons, our diced chicken breast, and the onion, and we're going to stir-fry this until golden for around 7 to 10 minutes. Now your water should be boiling, so let's go ahead and add the linguine into the water, and then on a light boil, we're going to cook the linguine for 12 minutes. Let's turn our attention back to the chicken and bacon. Now this should be nice and golden brown, so we're going to add in our garlic and our tomato puree, and we're going to cook this out for a further 1 minute. Now take your chopped tomatoes, golden veg water flavouring, Worcester sauce, and the 75 ml of water. Add this to the chicken and bacon. Bring this to the boil and then reduce to a low heat and simmer for 8 to 10 minutes until the sauce has thickened, and then we're going to remove this from the heat. By now, our linguine should be perfectly cooked, so we're going to drain this off in a colander, and then we're going to add the linguine into our chicken and bacon sauce, add in the Italian-style hard cheese, give it a real good stir, and make sure it is well coated. Then we're going to take our baby spinach and add a handful at a time into the mix until it is wilted. This will take around 1 to 2 minutes. And now let's dish this bad boy up. So get yourselves a nice warm plate, dish up a 1/3 of our bacon and chicken linguine mix. If you're feeling extra fancy, you could drizzle over a small amount of balsamic vinegar dressing. And there you have it, guys. This absolutely fantastic Italian-style dish. This recipe serves 3 people for steps 3 and above, coming in at just 448 calories per person, 30 to 35 minutes prep to plate. Absolutely amazing. Go ahead and give it a try for yourselves. Leave me a comment down below on how you got on with it. And remember, guys, like, share, follow, and subscribe for more tasty recipes from 1-to-1 Team Thomas. And that recipe was absolutely gorgeous. I'm not going to lie. I'm a bit of a sucker when it comes to the Italian dishes. I really do love them. But it's nice and easy. Excuse me, just had a half a bottle of water. It's nice and easy to make. It is so simple and a great flavour to it. Nice and rich. When I say finely chopped tomatoes, you can use passata, but there are some stores out there that do kind of a thicker version of passata, so it's finely chopped tomatoes, as I said, as opposed to liquidy. Really nice and easy to make and absolutely gorgeous. You could, if you remember my garlic ciabatta, garlic focaccia recipe that I shared, if you wanted to up that to step 4, you could use that as a bit of a side for it. That recipe, if you are a client of ours and have access to our Tasty Recipes group, that recipe card will be available later on this week. Really enjoying linguine recipes. It's just messy to eat in company. It's not if you use a spoon and twizzle it. Never made a mess. I've never dropped it. It's other stuff that I drop down my shirt. Stuff that I shouldn't. Messy food, I'm fine with. Sensible food, I'm not fine with. I always make a mess with it. Work that one out. But yeah, really delicious. Really easy to make. 30 to 35 minutes prep to plate. Give it a go. Let me know how you got on with it. Right, on to our next recipe. This is for those of you that don't really have the time to sit around and wait for things to cook. This is a nice and easy tray bake recipe. Check it out. Alrighty then, guys, here we have an absolutely fantastic recipe for you all. 40 to 45 minutes prep to plate. This is an absolute banger of a recipe. Honey and mustard sausage tray bake. Nice and easy to make. Just 689 calories per serving for all of you on step 4 or above. This recipe serves 2 people. Let's get into it. Alrighty then, guys, for this recipe you are going to need 1 medium red onion, 1 small apple, 3 medium carrots, 450 grams of white potatoes, half a bunch of sage, 4 low-fat honey and mustard sausages, 40 grams of low-fat onion marmalade. I have done a recipe previously using this, so the recipe is available. 1 teaspoon of our golden veg water flavoring and 50 milliliters of water. So firstly, preheat your oven to 220 degrees Celsius or 200 degrees Celsius if fan assisted. Then let's prep the vegetables. So firstly, cut your red onion in half, peel it, and then cut each half into quarters. Next, we're going to take the apple, remove the core, cut it into half, and then cut each half into 3 wedges. Now you're going to take your carrots. There is no need to peel them. Trim the ends off and then cut these into 5 centimeter by 1 centimeter batons. Then we're going to take our potatoes. Again, there is no need to peel these, and we're going to cut these into 2 centimeter chunks. Next, grab your sage and remove the leaves from the stem and then discard of the stem, and then we're going to roughly chop this. Alrighty, so grab yourselves a roasting tin or baking tray, give it a squirt with your low-cal spray, pop your potatoes on top, give them a bit of a coating of your low-calorie spray, and season with a little bit of salt and pepper. These are going to go into the oven for 35 to 40 minutes on the top shelf. Now at the same time, grab yourselves another roasting tin or baking tray, give it a coat of your low-calorie spray, and then pop your vegetables, your carrots, your onion, and your apple onto the tray. Give it a little bit of a squirt with your low-calorie spray, a little bit of seasoning, and then sprinkle your sage over the top. Then we're going to place our honey and mustard sausages on top of this, and this is going to go in the oven at the same time as the potatoes for around about 25 to 30 minutes. Once you have around 5 minutes cooking time left, grab yourselves a small saucepan, pop in your onion marmalade along with your golden veg water flavoring and the 50 ml of water. Give it a real good stir and then bring this to the boil. As soon as it reaches boiling point, we're going to take this off the heat and set it to one side. And now your potatoes, veggies and sausages should be ready. So we're going to take them out of the oven, mix in the veggies and the sausages with the potatoes, remove the sausages from the mix, and let's dish this bad boy up. So grab yourselves a nice warm plate and then serve up half the veg and potato mix. Place 2 of your low-fat honey and mustard sausages alongside, and then drizzle half of our onion marmalade sauce over the top. And there you have it, guys. honey and mustard sausage tray bake, coming in at just 689 calories per person. This recipe serves two on steps 4 and above. Nice and easy to make. Bang it in the oven, forget about it. Go ahead and give it a try for yourselves. Leave me a comment down below on how you guys got on with it. And remember, like, share, follow and subscribe for more tasty recipes from 1-to-1 Team Thomas. And it was absolutely delicious. I struggled to eat that one slowly. It was moreish. It was delicious. And the problem with it is, if you eat it fast, you're going to want more. So make sure that with these mouth-watering recipes, you take your time when eating them. Make sure that you give yourselves a chance to fill up. Otherwise, we end up overfacing ourselves. A fantastic recipe there that's brilliant for the kids as well. Beanie absolutely loved that recipe. Even asked if there was more. The only thing she wouldn't eat off of that was the onions. She thought it was weird to eat roasted apples, but you had me at the onion marmalade. It's delicious, and it was a bit different for rather than using a gravy. Just like I said, I do have a recipe floating around on our recipe group for a low-calorie onion marmalade. They do sell low-calorie onion marmalades if you don't want to make, because you need to make quite a big batch for just a small amount. Excuse me tonight. Jeez. Water repeating on me. But these recipes are so easy to make. Just make sure you set a timer. If you're anything like me, sometimes I put stuff in the oven and I forget about it. And I come back and it's a bit like my mum's pizza. Not gonna lie. There's a story in itself for you. You want pizza and you want a low-calorie version, get my mum to cook it for you, because she will cook the calories out of that pizza. I tell you, it becomes a frisbee. And I will never let her live that down. I must have been about Bean's age. I must have been about 9 when that happened. But yeah, make sure you set yourselves timer. And all these recipes that I do, if you do them in order of the video that is on here and do them in order, or follow the recipe card in order, you're not actually sat there waiting for things to cook. You step one, then prep the next bit. Get that cooking. While that's cooking, get the next bit prepping, and then add it in. Also, a little tip when you are cooking, when you add things in and you need sort of like, okay, it says fry off the chicken and then add the tomatoes, for argument's sake, and then cook out for 2 to 3 minutes. You need to make sure the heat comes back up before you start that timer for 2 to 3 minutes. This is why whenever we add like tomatoes, for argument's sake, to a dish, it always says bring to the boil and then cook, then simmer for 2 to 3 minutes or whatever. And this is purely because as soon as we add stuff into the pan, the temperature will drop. So you need to make sure you're bringing that back up to the temperature of what it is required to be able to cook it properly. I was a busy mother and forgot it was in the oven. I know you were. I still never let you live it down. To be fair, I did it. I made some homemade garlic bread for our lad one night, and I completely forgot about it and went back to the oven. It didn't look inedible, but you probably could have broke a window with it. So don't worry. You've taught me a lot of things in my life, Mum. But that is pretty much it for Mondays with Martin, episode 41. I've got some more fantastic recipes coming your way next week. If you want to challenge me, please do. I have forgotten rice. We weren't going to discuss that. I ended up having to get rid of that saucepan. It was such a mess. Such a mess. Yeah. Ended up, yeah. We don't see, we can all make mistakes. Even fantastic Chef Martin can make a mistake. But join me next week. Some more fantastic recipes. Oh yeah. So challenge me. If there are any high fat recipes that you want me to convert for you, give me a challenge. Try and find the highest calorie recipe you have got, and I'll see what I can do to get that low calorie recipe in for you guys. Thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. For some reason, my auto comments hadn't worked tonight, so I'll look into that for next week. It just gives you a little bit of information going as the stream is on. Don't forget as well, if there's anything on the topic side that you want me to discuss, any information or help, advice and tips that you want, let us know so that we can cover that for you as well, just as much as these recipes. But other than that, thank you all for tuning in. It's been a pleasure, as always, talking to you guys. I will be back next Monday. We'll see how I've done after my birthday weekend. But that is it for now, guys. Remember, choose you, choose us, because together as one, we can make a healthier future. See you next week.